Hi, this is Lisa from Peanuts and Peppers Paper Crafting. Today I'm sharing with you my pre-order from the Stampin' Up! Annual Catalog 2022-2023. There's lots of new stamps, bundles, embellishments, designer series paper, and so much more. So let's get started. Here's the annual catalog for 2022-2023. Look at this beautiful sample on the cover. Although I can't show you the inside yet, it will be available on May 3rd. So let's take a look at those goodies. I'm starting with the Cup of Tea Suite, and this is a bundle which includes the Cup of Tea stamp set and the teacup dies. In the stamp set, you have teacups, you have some greenery, some flowers, and even a lemon slice. The dies will cut several of these images out, and you get some extra dies for hearts and smaller flowers. To go with this suite, we have the Tea Boutique 6x6 Designer Series paper. The colors in it include Crumb Cake, Crushed Curry, Fresh Freesia, Garden Green, Orchid Oasis, Parakeet Party, Petal Pink, Starry Sky, Sweet Sorbet, and Tahitian Tide. Now let's take a look at the individual sheets. I love this DSP because it has our new in colors for 2022-2024. And look how they blend so well together. The lemons look so luscious. Now you're going to get 4 sheets of all of these patterns in that pack of paper. So it's quite a bit. Here's a flower pattern, greenery, the backs are beautiful as well. And look at this pattern with all the teapots. And one of my favorite, the envelopes that have the flowers in it. Plus two extra designs. This has flowers on it. This is the front. This is the back, that gingham pattern. And then look how beautiful this is. Those colors just pop. Front and back. Also included in this suite, we have the Tea Boutique cards and envelopes, and they come in a pack of 20. So you get these beautiful envelopes and card bases that you can decorate. And I pulled them out so you can see what they look like up front. Okay, this is the one for the Orchid Oasis. Here's the base. And then here's the envelope. This would be for the Starry Sky, the base, and the envelope. This is for the Parakeet Party. Here's the base, and here's the envelope. And this is for the Sweet Sorbet, the base, and the envelope. And finally, for the Tahitian Tide. Here's the base, and then here's the envelope. Now I wanted to show you one more thing. You don't necessarily have to stamp those cups and die cut them out. You can just die cut them. And the teacups have a shadow die. So you can mix and match all these different colors. Look how pretty. Now, earlier this week, I made tea bag holders with this suite, and I want to show you what they look like. I used that DSP. There's the cups. There's a little tea tag. and the lemon slice. This is in the Tahitian Tide. And then I also did one in the sweet sorbet. And then when you open it up, there's your sentiment, and then it holds a little bag of tea. I think you're gonna like this suite as much as I do. Okay, that's with the cup of tea. The next suite or bundle I want to show you is called Sending Smiles. This is the stamp set, and then here are the sending dies that coordinate with it. And so you have this beautiful flower, and you have the stems and some additional smaller flowers, and inside with the sentiments you have smiles across the mouths, all the good luck your way, sunshine to brighten your day, love and big hugs, birthday wishes, a note of thanks, a card to say hello, comfort and strength. And then you have this big sending, which I love because you can take this and mix and match this with all these different sentiments. Again, here are the dies, so you can stamp and die cut all of those images out. And then you get bonus label dies. I love label dies because they're small, they're card friendly, and you can use them on other projects as well. And the added bonus, the sending stamp that's in the stamp set, you get the sending die. So you can die cut this in different colors of cardstock, and then you get the shadow die. And then this is what it looks like. So here's the shadow part, and there's the sentiment itself. And again, look how beautiful that layers together. Then you can match this with one of those sentiments, sending a card to say hello. Or you can change it out, sending comfort and strength. Now I did make some in color cards with this bundle, and I'll show you what they look like. I used a card to say hello sentiment. And so here's my card for Sweet Sorbet. This is it in Tahitian Tide. This is Parakeet Party. Oh, my little embellishment came off. And pay attention to the colors because these are the new in colors. And I'm using the new in colors matte dots and baker's twine. And notice that teacup paper on the bottom. Okay, here it is again in the Orchid Oasis. And then finally in the Starry Sky. I'm gonna get a lot of good use out of this bundle. My next bundle is called Bottled Happiness. And so you have this flower image. It's sort of two-step stamping because you can stamp these leaves in one shade and then stamp the flowers on top in another. And then you have these multiple sentiments. Sending a little message, sending cheer, why not, one of my favorite, overflowing with happiness, let's get into the spirit. And then you have these different bottles. Now to coordinate with this, we have the vintage bottle punch. And so you can stamp these bottles right here and punch them out. And then this is what the bottle looks like when you punch it. I don't have a sample for that, but I will soon. My next suite is called Hes All That because I like having masculine cards and embellishments and stamp sets in my stash. And so this is the Hes All That bundle. Here's the stamp set. It has images and sentiments. It says, wishing you a happy Father's Day. Love this guy. Hello, handsome. To the man who does everything. Happy birthday to a classic. Together for the long haul. Every day with you is another adventure. Holy smokes, you're amazing. Then you have some smaller images that go well with this as well. Oh, look at the Hello Handsome with the mustache. To coordinate with this, we have the All That Dies. And so you can see there's lots of different labels and even background dies that you can mix and match with the stamp set. But wait, we have the He's the Man 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. The colors in this include Basic Black, Cajun Craze, Crushed Curry, Early Espresso, Sahara Sand, and Soft Succulent. So let's take a look at those different sheets of DSP. This is the first paper, and I love this barbecue pattern or event. Here's the front, then here's the back. Then we have the tie shoes bow tie front, then here's the back. We have some vintage cars here, front and back. Ooh, look at that Argo pattern. This is the front, and that's the back. And then we have this sheet. This is really cool because these are actually die cuts that you can punch out and add to the front of your cards and projects or scrapbook pages. So these are all die cuts that can be punched out. You actually get 2 pages of these. And then finally, you have this pattern, the camping pattern. This is the front, and then this is the back. Now, in this suite, you also get these rustic metallic dots. Look how pretty they are. I think you can never have too many masculine items in your stash. Again, this is the Hes All That Suite. Now I want to show you 2 stamp sets. This one's called Good Feelings. I got this one because we just had a Stampin' Up event called Unstage. And so this was my stamp set that I was able to get with my registration. It's called Good Feelings, and it has multiple sentiments in it. Thank you. Sending sunshine and good feelings your way. I'm just so happy for you. You're on my mind and in my heart. Hip hip hooray. And this is a rubber stamp set, cling mount. This stamp set is our new Angel Policy stamp set. If you're not familiar with the Angel Policy, if you're selling cards and you're using Stampin' Up products, you need to stamp the back. You can sell them, but just make sure it has the Stampin' Up copyright on the back. But these are just pretty, even if you're not selling cards, to just mark them or use them as card fronts. And so in this new limited edition, you get handcrafted from the heart, a one-of-a-kind creation, a paper hug for me. Then you have limited edition, of course, the Stampin' Up copyright, made with love, just for you, and hand stamped. Isn't that beautiful? The next 2 things I want to show you, these are some standalone dies. They don't necessarily go with the particular stamp set, but you can use them with anything. The first set, these are called the Stylish Shape Dies, and it's a beauty because you get these beautiful stitched circle dies that layer. You get stitched squares that layer, and also you get some stitched banner dies that layer. I love anything stitched. And this is what the stitching looks like. These are the circles. So these are multi-use and perfect because they layer and you can use them on anything. Now the next set of dies, these are actually called Fabulous Frames. And as the name says, it makes these beautiful frames. Here are the dies. So you have this big frame die here. Then you have this one. Look how pretty that is. That will make a frame and cut out the inside. You have an oval with the stitching going around it. A smaller die. This could be a label. And then you have I call them photo corners, but you can use them on anything. And look at the detail on these. And so I've already die cut that big frame out. Look how pretty that is. So you get the frame, but then you also get inside the frame too, so you can mix and match these. Now I have a few embellishments in my pre-order too. These are called the Glossy Dots assortment. Look how pretty they are. Look at those colors. This actually goes with the Hes Suite. I haven't gotten the rest of it yet, but it will be forthcoming. And these are called Glossy Dots. And then finally, I want to show you the new in colors for 2022-2024 and all the accessories that I have to go with them. Okay. So here are our new in colors: Sweet Sorbet, Parakeet Party, Tahitian Tide, Starry Sky, and Orchid Oasis. So I'll show you the cardstock. This is the Orchid Oasis. This is the Starry Sky. And you can tell they almost look the same, but they're a shade off. This is the Sweet Sorbet, Tahitian Tide, and Parakeet Party. Look how beautiful. I think the catalog does not do them justice. You have to see them in person. So that's the cardstock. And of course I have the stamp pads: Sweet Sorbet, Tahitian Tide, Parakeet Party, Starry Sky, and Orchid Oasis. Of course, when you get your stamps, when you order your stamp pads, I always like to order my refills. That way I'm never without ink. So we have the ink refills, and then we also have the coordinating Stampin' Right markers. Now the same colors are also in our Stampin' Up alcohol blends. And again, Tahitian Tide, Sweet Sorbet, Starry Sky, Parakeet Party, and then of course Orchid Oasis. But there's more. Those same colors come in a 5-pack of baker's twine, and you get 10 yards per color in this package. I love baker's twine because it's easy to tie and it goes well with a lot of projects. Then we also have the 2022-2024 in color matte dots. Look how pretty. I wish we had dots for all of our color families again. Now, I showed you these earlier, but these cards feature those in colors again. Here is the Orchid Oasis. Oh, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. See how the shade throws me off? This is actually the Starry Sky, Orchid Oasis, Parakeet Party, Tahitian Tide, and Sweet Sorbet. And the last thing I want to show you, now we still have some in colors from 2021 that will retire in 2023. And so we now have these in color opal rounds to match those colors, that evening evergreen, that soft succulent, the bumblebee, those colors. I hope you've enjoyed my pre-order haul, and if you don't have a demonstrator and you need a Stampin' Up catalog, please contact me. You can reach me through my blog, my Facebook page, my Instagram, my Pinterest page, and I will be happy to send you one. Thanks again for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again. Happy stamping!